Sometimes it can be kind of hard to stay positive, but I've curated for you the top 10 expert strategies for how to stay positive even in a pandemic. And watch to the very end, because I have a Hall of Fame speaker on both ends of this list. It can be a little hard to stay positive sometimes. We all know this, especially when hard things happen. And the ideas that my friends have shared with me, I think you're going to find really amazing. First up is Jason Hewlett. He is one of the funniest but most inspiring people that I know. Jason, take it away.
Thanks, Dr. Paul. How do I stay positive? I do something. I get up and I start moving, and I go find somebody that I want to see, I want to talk to, I want to look at. I look at my dog, because everyone loves the dog. Hi, dog. Oh, yeah. I might even start moving all the way through my house. I'll go all the way to the front of the house, and I'll open the door, and I'll say, hello, outside, and I love it when I get to go outside. I might also look at a puzzle. Hey, there's a puzzle. Look. I even got that piece almost all the way done. It's almost there. Maybe I'll sit down at the piano and I'll play a song that I love to play that makes me happy. The song I wrote. And then maybe I'll dance, maybe I'll move around, but it's all about shifting your energy. It's about making it so that you have a great day, because it's your positivity.
That guy always makes me laugh. I don't know how he moves his mouth like that and his face. Next up is Amy Walker. Amy is the inspiring author of Walk Your Talk. She is a thought leader and a business coach who has made a personal difference for me in so many ways. Amy, you're up.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. Sometimes when I am struggling with negativity, it is a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of criticism, a lot of pointing out my faults and flaws and weaknesses. So here is my tip. This is something that I've created for myself. It's my Who I Want to Be poster. And so I basically drew an outline of me, and then I filled it with all of the words of the things that I love about myself, from the bottom to the top. And around the outside, it has my mantras, which are: don't let fear of failure stop you from trying, always keep believing, never let anyone leave empty who is seeking light or knowledge, and let your light shine always, and life begins at the edge of your comfort zone. So this is a reminder that when I start to get critical of myself, it's a reminder that I'm doing pretty good, I'm pretty great, and all of these things I'm growing into and becoming every day.
Thank you, Amy. I'm a psychologist, not an artist, so I'm not sure I could pull it off the way you did in drawing that, but I may give it a try. Next up is Kirk Weisler, the Chief Morale Officer, who is also the author of The Dog Poop Initiative and The Cookie Thief. One of my favorite people on the planet. Kirk, share your wisdom.
So how do I stay motivated? Well, here I am at the UPS store. Let's go on in. What's your name? Aiden. Aiden, say hi.
Hi.
Aiden just hooked me up with a couple packages he's gonna ship off for me, and I'm gonna hook him up with a Jamba Juice. Because he's here. He's quarantined in the store. And that makes me happy. Does it make you happy, Aiden?
I got a job.
He's got a job, but I mean, yeah. So you got a job, you're happy?
Yeah.
Okay, he's got a job, and he's gonna have a Jamba Juice. And that makes him happy, it makes me happy. It keeps me motivated. Providing unexpected acts of service to others brings a good feeling in me. It seems to bring a good feeling in them. It helps me to stay positive. It can help you too.
I tell you, every time I hear Kirk speak, it inspires me to be a better person. Next up, coming from the UK, a phenomenal business coach and leader of champions, Camilita Nuttall. Camilita, it's your turn.
Thanks, Dr. Paul. Camilita here. This is how you need to stay positive. Number one, never accept advice from anyone who's more messed up than you are. Number two, empower your mind every single day so that you have clarity in what it is you're doing. Number 3, be around winners, go-getters, believers, creators, especially people that believe in you. Number 4, do the work. If you keep yourself busy, you're not going to be worried about what's going on the left and on the right. Keep going. And last but not least, follow the system. The system says a living is made from 9 to 5, a fortune is made after 5. The system says the only things you can control is your attitude and your activity. So control it. This is Camilita here from Camilita.com.
Can you keep up with her energy? Thank you, Camilita. Brad Barton is one of my dearest friends. He is a magician. He is the author of Beyond Illusions, and he is a world record holder who, with his coach, Chick Hislop, accomplished several world records. Listen to what Brad has to say. You're up, Brad.
Thanks, Dr. Paul. My coach once admonished, what you say more of, you see more of. You want to stay more positive? Watch the power of your words. Allow me to demonstrate the power of words with 4 one-word stories. I have in my hand a card. On one side, there's 1 dot. On the other side, 4 dots. Again, 3 on this side, 6 on that side, and then back to 1 dot all over again. Now, what just happened? I said 1 dot and showed you that. The second time through, I said the word 3, and we created a dot that's not really there. But the power of words made it so. Folks, if you and I want to be more positive, to see more positive, feel more positive, let's use more positive language and create some wonderfully positive dots in our lives. Folks, what you say more of, you see more of. Let's say and see more positive.
Most magicians don't share the secrets. I always wondered how you did that trick, Brad. Leta Greene has been inspiring audiences for years with her powerful messages around embracing your inner hotness. And she's also made a big splash in the world with her new book, Love Me Too, which helps people to take more intentional control over their life even after abuse. Leta, you're up.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. So, you know those times in our lives where we say, when this happens, I'll be happy. You know, when I get the promotion, when I get a bigger house, when I get married, when a pandemic ends, right? We keep putting off happiness. We keep putting it off for some future time. And I actually learned a secret in one of the hardest times of my life, when I buried a child, because I realized that there would never be a perfect moment because someone was missing, someone key was missing. So was I going to have the rest of my life be sad? Instead of waiting for if and when I'm allowed to have happiness because everything perfect has happened, I now create happiness right now with what I have, because the secret to happiness is not waiting for when and if. It's if you are willing to make it happen now. Don't put it off.
I gotta get me some of that gold background, Leta. That was awesome. Thank you so much. My new friend, Pastor Mark Sandifer, has a popular show on Facebook called Ain't No News Like Good News. Mark, you're up next.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. Outlook determines outcome. You cannot draw a straight line without a ruler, and you cannot live a straight life without a ruler in your life. For when life gets crooked, the ruler helps you to straighten things out. When you look at life from the right point of view, which is pathological positive outlook, you will have a great outcome. My question is, what's in your view? Outlook determines outcome.
Pastor Mark, thank you, my friend. You're making a difference in the world. Next up, Kevin Clayson, Listen Fast. The guy talks fast. He's the author of Flip the Gratitude Switch and an inspiring part of My Human Treasury. Kevin, you're up.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Paul. Now, the easiest way I've found that you can be happy and that I can share with you in less than 60 seconds is a little thing I call flipping the gratitude switch. Here's how it works. We can't always change the world around us, but we always have control over how we feel about what's happening around us in the world. And here's how we do it. The next time you get frustrated or something happens that just is a little frustrating to you, instead of focusing on the lack or what you don't have or the fact that you're frustrated, find something inside of that frustration to be thankful for. So instead of going to the store and seeing that they don't have toilet paper again for like the 900th time, instead of focusing on the lack, focus on the fact that at least the store's open. At least you're healthy enough to go to the store. At least you have food in the pantry or on the shelves or in the refrigerator. And in that exact moment, that frustration becomes fuel that can fuel you into a little bit more joy and happy in that very second. It's called flipping the gratitude switch. It happens in a second and you're in complete control.
Wow, Kevin, you're flipping all kinds of power switches. Thank you, my friend. Up next is Natasja Visser, a professional and certified Live on Purpose coach, coming to us from South Africa. Natasja, take it away.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. Hi, you guys. I want to help you today to stay positive by changing your negative self-talk statements, I can't, into a question. How can I? I can't statements lead you nowhere. Nothing happens after you say I can't. How to questions lead you to new opportunities of creative problem solving. I want to show you with an example. Let's say you have a business project that needs to be done in time. You would typically say, I can't do this. This deadline is crazy. Change that to how can I get started today with this project to finish in time? Remember to make the question specific and do not overgeneralize. Let me use another example. Let's say the kids won't help around the house. You would say, I can't get the children to do their chores. Change that to how can I encourage my son today to do the dishes? Do you think the dishes just might get done today? Don't you feel a little bit more hopeful? I'm sure you got a hold of Dr. Paul's YouTube channel by Googling how to. I want to encourage you today to stay positive and change your I can't statements into a question, how can I?
Such practical advice always from Natasja. Thank you so much. Dan Clark is a Hall of Fame speaker and someone who has personally made a huge difference in my career and my life. His latest book, The Art of Significance, is one that you might want to check out. But first, let's hear from Dan.
Thanks, Dr. Paul. Being positive is about being present and living in the moment, because if we dwell on the past, we dwell in pain. If we focus on the future, we dwell in a state of anxiety caused by uncertainty. The question to staying positive is, where are you right now? It's like ordering an Uber ride that requires that we enter in our current location, and if we lie about where we are, the directions won't work. So during the COVID-19 crisis, nobody's going to hit rock bottom. We hit rock belief. We hit rock foundation. We hit the baseline core values on which we were raised. So the question is, are your beliefs strong enough, deep enough, and true enough to allow you to rise to the occasion in rapid change? Because at the end of the day, under pressure, we don't step up our game. We fall to the level of our training, preparation, and practice, which means pressure is not something that's naturally there. It's created when you question your own ability. And when you know what you've been trained to do, there's never any pressure. That's why we train and practice so hard. Thinking positive and staying positive is a choice.
Aren't they awesome? I am so glad you guys all came to help with this video today. Thank you so much for being here as well. Would you share this video with someone that you think would appreciate a little positivity boost? And make sure you pick up a free copy of my book, Pathological Positivity, drpauljenkins.com.
Her head was down, face locked.